Hey guys, hey everybody. Good night, good night, good night. I am here in a night. I haven't done a night one, so this is new for me. And I am ready to go. So, hey everyone, good night, good night, good night. I'm going to do a really quick YouTube tonight because I'm really, really tired. And like I said yesterday, this YouTube is going to be like a mishmash of just how I'm feeling, my mindset, where I'm at, just kind of like a dumping ground. But tonight I'm not dumping so much. I'm more around trying to empower you. So for those who don't know me, my name is Dr. Eva Iku Brown. I'm the author of, let me just show you The Mango Girl, just in case you haven't seen it. I am an author, a speaker, a coach, a trainer, and I also own the Mango Girl brand. In my spare time, I work with empowering, coaching, and training people. Um, I think that's just a powerful thing to uplift people all over the world. And I get to do that through mediums such as this. Today, I want to speak about I have this really bad habit, and I just have to help. I can't help myself. I did on all my Facebook Lives almost. I'm always putting on lip gloss. So please forgive me, but get used to it too. It's just how I roll. I'm very simple. I'm a plain girl, and I don't apologize for that. I don't have any problems with being just this plain ordinary girl. Okay. So tonight I want to talk to you about not giving up hope, not giving up on your dreams, not giving up on anything, because sometimes the moment when we feel that we are gonna give up because we can't do it, we can't cope, we can't manage anymore, it is too much, it's overwhelming, it's frustrating us, it's making us tired. It feels like we're hitting our heads on just brick walls all the time. I'm here to say to you not to give up, because it's in those moments I can tell you, I can testify. It's in those moments when you feel like it's not going to happen, when you feel like it's not going to work out, when you feel like, what's the point if continuing this? Why do I continue to do this when it's not working out? When, I saw this quote the other day, and it's actually in my book group. So I have a writing group on Facebook. For those who want to come and join it, it's called Write Your Book, Publish and Market with Eva Brown. And I'm actually going to try and go into the group, because the other day I shared a quote that I saw, and I'm actually going to use it tonight to just empower you. And after I'm done that, I'm going to walk away from this live because I'm exhausted. And if you don't believe me, just look into my face. I'm really, really tired. And it shows. I can see that it shows that I am absolutely hammered. So there's a time in Facebook when you could just go there and just look at pictures. It doesn't seem to be that way anymore. So I'm just trying to find the post really quickly. But it spoke to the fact that the stone cutter, I think it was. My Facebook group is quite busy. Hold on, I'm just scrolling through my Facebook group really quickly. I hadn't planned to come and talk about this really, but I just think it's so relevant to right now, and what I'm going to share. God, did I share so much in this book, in this group, in such a short time? Dang. Did I really? Okay, all right, girl, you do your thing. Okay, so basically, whilst I'm looking at that, I want to just say this to you. It's around the concept of the stone cutter. I can't find it, but it spoke about the stone cutter keeps hitting that stone, hammering away, and nothing happens for like 100 strikes. He's just beating that stone, hitting that
Hey
stone,
guys, hey
and
everybody.
nothing absolutely is happening. But on the 101 time, I don't like it looking up my nose. On the 101 time that he hits that stone, it's when something actually happens. Why am I doing my face like that? I'm just seeing the video. I'm thinking, why am I doing my face like that? It's in the 101 time when he is not expecting anything to happen, when he strikes that stone. That's exactly when it cracks, not just cracks a little bit, it cracks in two. And some of us are going through life, especially through this time and this space that we're in with COVID. So much is happening. Some of us have lost our jobs, we have lost our way, we have lost hope even. It is in those moments, it's in these moments that we need to continue, because it's in these moments that I found it. Can you imagine? There you are. It's in all of these moments when all of the things that you are not expecting to manifest, right? That they're going to come true. And all the doors that you knocked on and you forgot, God has remembered them. And so God's going to open doors that you forgot that you knocked on 8 years ago, 6 years ago. God's going to open doors because of things you did for people 6 months ago, a year ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. And you forgot that you even did them. I was on Facebook last year and somebody reached out to me and said, hi. And I just couldn't know who she was. And she was, don't you remember me? And I said, no, I don't. And she says, when I was going to go to high school, you bought me books. I don't remember that. I don't remember that. That's how God's going to surprise you. There are things that you've done and people you've helped and doors you've knocked on and you don't remember them. And God's going to show up and he's going to open some massive doors in your life, doors that you forgot that you knocked on. So I just want to encourage you to hang in there. I want to encourage you to stay in there. I want to encourage you to keep faith alive, to keep hope alive, to keep being resilient, to keep being hopeful, to keep remembering. And I'm going to close with this, that look at a stone cutter hammering away at his rock, perhaps 100 times without as much cracking, without any success. He keeps hammering. Just imagine that stone cutter slapping, tired, sweat wiping, tired. He wants to fall over and he keeps hammering that stone. Imagine you at your job. Imagine you slaving away for something and it looks like nothing is going to happen. Yet at the 101 blow, that stone splits open, not just splits open, but in two. And I know it was not the last blow that split that stone for the stone cutter, but all that he had been through. And that's a quote by Jacob Agus Reese. I want to encourage you that whatever it is that you've been knocking away at and hammering away at, and it looks like it's not going to come to pass, and it looks like it's not going to come together for you, I want to encourage you to keep hammering away, because just like that stone cutter, all the dents and all the impact that you've been doing, all the doors you've been knocking on, all the courses you've done, all the gifts you've given to people, all the time you've given in, all the volunteering, all the coaching and training and the schooling, everything you've put in is going to come together one day. So don't give up hope. Keep knocking, because I know that I am a testimony that your breakthrough is always either behind or beside your breakdown. And so if you give up too early, you're going to miss it. So don't give up hope. Keep trying. Keep going. Keep hammering away like that stone cutter. Keep manifesting. Keep visualizing. Keep actualizing it in your mind. You know, whatever you can conceive in your mind, you can conceive in reality. And I'm a big believer in that. So even this YouTube channel, it's not even how it should be, but I'm just coming here and I'm just being me. I'm not the girl who's putting on the mascara and the lash. I'm not that person. But if you can hear a word from it, it can empower your soul and it can bring light and life into your being, then my job is done. And that's all I'm here for. So don't forget to hit the notification button. My son would just beat me for saying that wrong. Share, tag, comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what has impacted you. Let me know what's been good for you. But like, share, subscribe, so that when I come live, you can know that I'm here, and I'm going to try to come here as often as I can. I can't say it's going to be every day, but for now I'm trying. It's hard work. It's so hard. I'm finding social media so hard, but I'm trying every day because somebody is being empowered. Every time I do these videos, I get some comments and some inbox messages, and that really matter because somebody is getting a word. So remember this before I close. I'm going to read because I haven't done it. So I'm doing this for myself, and I'm also doing it for you. Today's the 14th of April, and I haven't done my daily. It's been a crazy day. I've done my Bible and other things, but I've not done my word for myself. So I'm going to read it with you, and it's from Acts of Faith. I love Acts of Faith by Yolande Van Zandt, somebody I really love, admire. And it says, you must act as if it is impossible to fail. Oh my God. Now, I have not read this yet. So the reason I took it up is at my desk and I was like, I can't go to bed and not read this today. It says, you must not act as if it is impossible to fail, right? And that's an Ashanti proverb. It said, the truth is that what we start from a position of success, no matter what happens, no matter what the appearance, we are always successful. The truth is that we have lessons to learn through our experiences. What appears as failure is simply a stepping stone to realizing success. The truth is that we can do anything we focus on and put our minds to. What looks like failure teaches us what not to do, what does not work. It sends us back to the drawing board. It forces us to refocus and redo. All circumstances in the physical world, are subject to change. The truth, however, is consistent. It never changes. The truth is that as long as we are breathing, we are one with God. God never fails. Our job is to act like we know. Victory is the stuff I'm made of. So that's an affirmation that we need to start saying. Victory is the stuff I'm made of. Reflect on a divine setback that happened to you. What made you push against all odds and try again? I'm so glad I read this because today I had this meeting. Okay, I wasn't going to share that. But now that this has been what came up, I'm going to share it. I had this meeting and I jumped onto literal Teams. I've used Teams a lot of times. And I jumped onto Teams and I was meant to do a presentation and Teams would not work for me. And I sat there with the people in the meeting, directors and all. And I think they thought I just did not know how to use Teams. Absolutely. It was embarrassing. And I remained calm because I'm thinking that I need to do this. I spent my whole week thinking about it. I dropped my son at school and I wanted to do this meeting. It was important for my life, for me, for my kids, for my family. I needed this contract. And I sat there and I was like, no. And I'm talking to myself while I'm sitting there. We're looking at each other. And they said, screenshot your whatever you're seeing and send it to us. And I remember sending it to them. And do you know what? I sat there and normally an email takes seconds. I'm on a Mac, I've got good Wi-Fi, boom, boom, boom. Didn't happen today. Didn't happen. And I sent the email and they're like, well, we haven't gotten it. When they're about to close the meeting, they actually got it. And they realized that I wasn't just dumb, that it wasn't the functionalities I didn't have. Needless to say, I begged them and I appealed to them and they agreed to see me this evening at 3:00. Now, let me tell you something. My Teams was just not working. I called a friend of mine and we troubleshooted for about 2 hours. She was late for another meeting and I was a little bit anxious because I really wanted this contract. Long story short, my friend and I got Teams to work. And then when we tried to share my screen, it wouldn't work on my Mac. So I have to pick up my son from school at 1:00. I had to reach for my son's laptop, which I don't really like using. Had to learn how to change my mindset around how to use the keys because Mac and HP really different. And it was trying to get Teams on it. Then I got Teams on it. Teams is working, but I need to have my email open on my son's laptop so that when they send me the invite for the next meeting, I'm able to go in. Well, my email wouldn't work. I want you to follow me here. And all in my mind, I kept thinking, no, this is going to work. It's going to work. It has to work. Eventually, I got it to work. So this is 12:40 and I'm rushing in the car to go and pick up my son from school. Single mother drama. I'm a single woman. This is my life. And I got into the car and I broke down. I called my friend and I just cried. I just broke down and I cried. I'm driving my Jeep and I'm crying. I was in tears. I was sad. I was hurt. I felt lonely. I said, if I had a partner, probably he would be fixing the computer or he'd go and get my son. And, all of that overwhelm came over me. But through it all, I kept saying, I am going to win. And would you know that I came back home, pick up my son from school, came back home, and I call a friend of mine. I'm like, I'm not taking a chance. I've got to win this. So in my mind, I'm having a successful mindset, even though I'm having the challenges. And sometimes when we're having the challenges, what happens to us is that our mindset moves from success to failure. And I kept thinking, I need this contract. I actually need it. So I came back, I called a friend and we troubleshooted. I sent her a meeting for the Teams. She came on and it worked and I did my presentation to her. When 3:00 came, you all, and I got into the meeting, you never believe it. I managed to present and then my team stopped working. I had to exit and come back. And I was like, my God. Anyway, so the contract was that they were meant to call me back in 3 weeks. And I finished the meeting, thanked them, asked them why would they not give me the contract. And I left, I went to my osteopath because, I fell and hit my back. And I was in the car, I had my first session at the osteopath. So I do 2 sessions for the day. And I was sat in the car about to call my friend just to kind of do a hoo-ah day, a zen time, a zen state. Because I just got my back cracked and I felt really good. My phone rang and they called back and said, you know what? I know you didn't expect to hear back from us so soon. Because they told me 3 weeks, but we want to offer you the contract. That was today. That's the day I had. Now, if I started saying the computer is not working, this is happening, and I could have gone that route. I could have given up. I could have forgotten about it. I could have just said, you know, I'm not doing this. It was not meant for me. But I kept pushing and I kept hoping and I kept believing. And so now, like, well, getting that contract created a whole lot of confusion for me with something else in my life. But that is something I'll resolve on my own. But those are some of the things in our lives that come to test us. And sometimes it means we have to jump one hoop on another hoop. And sometimes it's exhausting. Trust me, I know. It's tiring. We get exhausted. We want to give up. We're fed up. I know, because that's me almost every damn day. Single woman, living in Europe. You know, it's hard. It's really, really hard. But we've got to keep it going. So I hope that that was beneficial to somebody. Let me know what your thoughts are. I hope it encouraged you to keep going. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share it with a friend. There might be somebody today who really needed a word, and this could be the word. Even in this preamble, there is a word for somebody. So thank you so much. Don't forget to get my book, The Mango Girl, there. And don't forget to go to themangogirl.com. You can use code MAN10 to get a discount. I'm going to put in the bottom here. And if you're on the replay, please let me know. God bless you. And I speak to you guys later. But remember, like I said, whatever happens to life, do not give up.